sir, you cut your teeth early on exposing in a documentary Clinton cash that tracked down billions in these grants funneled through Hillary Clinton's State Department.
Yeah, you're right, Carl. And I think you nailed it really on a couple of levels. Number one, with a lot of these NGOs, it's really not about helping people. It's about funding the political class. In other words, you have an NGO, it's headed by a CEO who used to work for the department that they're now getting grant money from. The employees used to work there, the political consultants they hire, or the lobbyists they hire are politically connected, and the board members are connected, and they circulate in and out. So a lot of it gets burned up by salaries, by consultants, by lobbyists that are part of the political class. That's certainly what the Clintons did with the Clinton Foundation. That's what a lot of these NGOs do. And the second point you make, which I think is a key one as well, is this is about representative government. You know, when we allocate funds for something, we're supposed to know what it's going for. It should not be some faceless bureaucrat who decides where the money goes. Let's bring it out of the open. Let's have transparency. And as your example that you just indicated is, if you run a soup kitchen where you're actually helping, say, homeless vets, you're going to get funded. But if you're running a sort of quasi-political operation that's just funding a bunch of political operatives, guess what? You shouldn't get grant money.
Right. Well, you know, Peter, what's crazy is they just got in my ear, and my phone is blowing up right now, that a judge just blocked this freeze of funding until Monday. And I'm sitting, like, while I was giving you that monologue there, this is like, who is this judge think he is, and why does he have the power to do that?
Yeah, it's a good question. And by the way, I'd also like to know, what is that judge's background? Does he have any family members? Does he or she have any family members that are connected to any of these NGOs? I mean, that's the problem. When people talk about the political class, we're not just talking about people on Capitol Hill. We're also sometimes talking about people in the judiciary. Yeah, they're going to challenge these cases. They're going to pick liberal judicial districts with judges to do so. But I'm very confident that the higher courts are going to overturn this. It's going to be trench warfare. This is not going to be shock and awe like the Iraq War at the start. It is going to be trench warfare, long fought, but Trump is absolutely on the right side.
A federal judge getting federal dollars for his payroll undoes what the president does because he doesn't like it to give him the sads. Real quick, before I let you go, you know, I want to go back to EcoHealth Alliance. It's like the pinnacle example of why we shouldn't give unaccountable money, because they funded stuff that, like, crushed the globe's economy.
Yeah, they did. They funded stuff that crushed the economy. And as you hinted at earlier, they went through an NGO precisely because the Obama administration, one of the few things they did right, banned gain-of-function research by U.S. government labs. So what they did was they said, we're going to give money to this NGO, and they tried to mask it and say it wasn't gain-of-function research. You can do that with these NGOs. You can do that with these grants. You can sort of wiggle out of accountability and obscure what you're doing. Again, it's about accountability. And by freezing these and bringing it out into the open, we're going to avoid this hopefully in the future.
And Peter, once again, I got 20 seconds left, but you laid this out clearer than anybody in your documentary, Clinton Cash. Where do people go to watch that?
Yeah, you can find that on YouTube. Also did a documentary on the Bidens and China, which might be of interest as well. That's also available on YouTube.
Yeah, no, both of them outstanding pieces. The Clinton Cash with Digicel, following the money with the Clinton family. It makes my stomach turn. Peter Schweizer, pleasure, sir.